I am sick and tired of Facebook groups along with Discord groups. I think they are so fake, especially the chats. I think everyone in there is toxic, and I think a lot of people in there don't know how to communicate and don't know how to solve issues like real men and women. I think they like to hide behind a screen, and I'm just sick and tired of it. They like to act so tough on Facebook, especially Facebook. And I'm just sick and tired of it. Mr. Joe Games, Joey Flex, baby. Before I go into that a little bit more, I am playing on my single player world and I will be looking for an Elytra in the end. But yeah, let me get right on with the issues I have with these groups. So, like I said, a majority of these people like to hide behind the screen. They would not say a majority of the things that they like to type in on Facebook online. They normally wouldn't say that to a normal person in their face, but all of a sudden in Facebook or Discord they like to act tough, or they like to act like they know better for some reason, which is fine. I totally get that. Everyone has a right to their opinion, whatever they want to say. But it's when they just get mad over little shit that doesn't affect them in any way possible, yet they want to go and ramble about it on either Facebook or through Discord chats. And it's, if you have a problem with it, say it to my face or message me directly, or let's chat about it. Like, what's the big issue? What's the big problem? But besides that, it's not worth the time and energy. These people are very unhappy with their lives and definitely don't want to solve the issue. They're just there to rage bait or be toxic or just be miserable and make other people feel miserable. And the internet is just not a cool place anymore. The only times I feel like I'm in an awesome environment on the internet is when it's, a trendy video that only the selective algorithm of cool individuals get access to. That's how it works. Okay, boom. We're in the remote getaway. So we need to find an Elytra. This is our way back home. 915 Z 670. But yeah, I'm just done with those groups, Discord servers. They're one of the most toxic places in the internet. And I know it's not me. Comment down below if you have the same issue. I know it's not just me. And I know other people are definitely feeling the backlash and they're feeling this sort of way as well. So if you are, let me know down below in the comments. It's not fun anymore. I actually had to leave a really big group chat that I was a part of, and I had a lot of support in that group chat. And one of my good friends, we'll call him Big S, he was actually the admin / owner of that group chat, and whenever there was a problem they would go to him. But it turned into a very toxic environment, and mainly because I would speak up on certain things and certain events on how we could improve the community. But whenever people are subjected to change, they are scared of said change and do not want to improve situations or even come to an understanding / communicate on what the issue is. But or here's the big takeaway: they just stay silent and they read from the sidelines and don't say nothing until I ended up leaving the group chat. Now they become so vocal, and I learned about this through friends that stayed in the group chat, which is fine. I'm just glad I could get them to start speaking up as soon as I left. but people are just afraid of confrontation, however you say the word. People are afraid of, being judged. I have no issues with being judged because I know only God can judge me. And even then, at the end of the day, I've been judged all my life. I've always had haters, but I've also have had a lot of good people in my life. And those people I usually keep through private messaging or through phone calls. I'm a big phone caller. But I've just noticed that these group chats are not it. I thought we as humans are a community driven individuals, and I thought we like to be in groups, but people are scared to talk in groups or even find a solution in group chats. People don't want to speak up. People are afraid of backlash. For what? Who cares? I guess people are afraid to be themselves nowadays, and everybody wants it the easy way. People expect they can just host events or post videos and expect them to blow up without consistency or without even just good communication, or even just talking like straight up with your community, or just seeing what can be done. I'm just sick of it. I'm so like ready to crash out. But even then, I'm trying to be as respectful and as calm as possible because I don't want, to call anyone out or even upset anyone over this. I'm just letting y'all know my frustration. So I know other people are experiencing the same thing as well. And just let me know what y'all think down in the comments. But I'm just done with my local group chats. I'm done posting on there, except for just advertising. What was that noise? Except for just advertising. I still want to use social media platforms for advertisement. But I also don't want to bend the knee to group chats or groups, because at the end of the day, they can just delete your posts whenever. So I'm going to avoid being confrontational on these group chats. I don't want, like I said, I don't want any problems with any individuals or people or group leaders or admins. And I still want to be able to advertise my content or even events that I want to host for my families and friends. And sadly, some people have the power to take that privilege away. So it is what it is. But I just can't be a Facebook mod or Discord mod. I just could never be it, because I would honestly, I'm more for the people. I want people to have freedom of speech. I want people to be able to like speak freely, as long as it's not like discriminating or like hateful. Like if you're calling out a specific race of people, or if you're trying to like bully this one person, we can't have that. But if you have something to say about what's going on, the toxicity of the community, like things have changed, I totally respect that. I want to get down to it. I want to like figure out like, well, how can we change that? Is it the community that's a problem, or is it certain individuals that are gatekeeping the community from striving and becoming better? Like in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's a pay to win game, and you can pay to win by always keeping up with the meta, buying new cards, always spending thousands of dollars on new products, and maybe even on friends. Maybe there's some really good players you can buy a lunch or two and get them to show you a few tips and tricks. But are they really your friends if you have to like do that? But even then, I totally understand the gesture, and I think that's commendable and respectful from any pro player if you're willing to invest into them with a free meal or just like a good time. Not in that way. But just spreadsheets are a really big controversy right now in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, spending up to $500 for pro level spreadsheets to help you win in a big Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, but it's a very expensive hobby. And a lot of these people were gatekeeping our community, a retro community, from wanting to, get access to those cards. And it was just a sad experience for me. And honestly, like, I don't ever want to play with those types of people, and they can keep ruling their little playground. But besides that, like I already have my Yu-Gi-Oh community. It's super chill, super sweet. Everyone's super cool in there. Some people are very, like I said, afraid of backlash, afraid of speaking out, afraid of looking for new alternatives, afraid of change. And I get that, especially coming from Yu-Gi-Oh players. But at some point, like, I think everyone, including women, need to man up / woman up, however you want to take it. Just grow up somewhat. But hey, people go at their own pace, and even then, that's not really cool for me to say to grow up when I still play card games and Minecraft, play video games. But even then, like, you think these groups would be more accepting, more friendly, but nah, they're just as bad as any other Facebook group or Discord group that is going on. Maybe it's different in other Facebook groups, Discord groups, like these other card games like Pokemon, Digimon, Gundam, One Piece. Maybe they have a whole different community. Who knows? Finally an entity, but I'm sick of them. I'm sick of having to tippy toe around certain individuals or certain people, or people are always trying to satisfy other people or make them happy or make them feel acknowledged, powerful, strong. I don't know what it is. I don't know what stuff people are on nowadays. I go with the flow. I've never tried to create any problems with anybody, and once they start acting up and trying to act like they're all big, I'm ready to crash out and call them out, because I don't want anyone to bully me. I don't want anyone to try to call me out specifically or point me out specifically. But if there's a problem, or if there's something that needs to be done or changed, feel free to message me. I'm never gonna say no to these changes, or like the issues that you have. Like if I notify the server, hey, I recently uploaded a video, y'all should go check it out. And if you get upset over my notification, because we're all part of the same server, and I'm trying to help promote our server or our videos to get more people to watch us, to get them to go check out your videos, and you're upset over that, I mean, come on. Like it's either you're calling me out specifically because you don't like my videos, or you don't like when I reach out to you or message you, or you're just being a plain hater. And I'd rather hear you hate me and don't want to receive my notifications than you just say, oh, can we just all avoid that altogether? And I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. Those are some nice boots. Those are some amazing boots, actually. Wow, those are like the best boots I've ever seen in my life. Protection 4, Depth Strider 3, Unbreaking 3. But I can't do it. And it sucks because I have no power in these groups. I don't really have a say in these groups. And they're always going to take like the more veteran members' sides. And I totally understand that. Like seniority. But even then, if you're always going to take their side, then who's really running the Facebook groups? Is it you? Is it the right decision? Is it the right person? Or is it your friends and family? But this happens every time. Like even like Instagram groups, like you add a specific member one day and now all of a sudden there's problems between members and they don't like that member, or you know, it just causes problems. People become less active on the group all of a sudden because, oh, that person's in the group. And I'm just I just don't understand why people are so hateful nowadays and don't know how to, you know, just get along and just, you know, treat others how you want to be treated, and just, you know, just like what happened to striving together as a community. Like maybe we wouldn't get so little views. Is this a dragon head? What? I didn't know you could get a dragon head. No, dragon head. It's gone. But I just didn't know, like maybe if we all came together and we're more supportive of each other and always trying to push each other's videos out, you know, we'd get more views on a bunch of things. And I'm not saying who, or I'm not calling anyone out specifically, but maybe if we pushed for that, you know, things would be better in any sort of direction. Like, you know, maybe if we were just, you know, just more supportive of one another and always pushing like community outreach and involvement, and, you know, encourage others to, you know, keep uploading and keep advertising, especially on designated areas that they're supposed to be advertised. And even then, if you even shout out a video in the wrong group, like in the wrong section, like it should be okay, because at the end of the day, like it helps everyone out. So what's the big problem? But, you know, just people are just, I don't know, like power tripping, or even just weird in general. Like I just don't know anymore. But I'm just done. I'm done with it. You know, I don't have time to worry about, you know, problems or complaints that other people want to give me for, you know, trying to better everyone and better myself and better the community. But I'm just over it, especially with Yu-Gi-Oh 2. Like I feel real like betrayed and burnt out with that. Like I'm just done like trying to be part of such toxicity. Like it's just so toxic. And I think I'm done like trying to, you know, be in other Facebook groups or Discord groups. Like it's just not for me. Like if you want to work on content, just reach out to me privately, or even then, like we can, you know, work something out, create a little group chat. But, you know, I'm just a big believer in freedom of speech and, you know, being able to say what I want, of course, in a respectful manner, and not be criticized, or, which is fine. Criticism is okay, but like I'm not trying to create a whole like rift between the community either. And I don't want to call someone out like straight up in the group chat. Like I don't know. I'm older now. I just don't have time for all this he said, she said type things. That's just such an annoying feeling. It's not worth it. I'd rather have my community, my YouTube. Maybe I need to make my own Discord group, my own Facebook Yu-Gi-Oh group, or even future groups from here on out. If I decide to join something, I'm just going to make my own. And if people want to be a part of it, they're more than welcome to, you know, reach out to me and join. But we got the Lytra, guys. Super excited. That did not take long at all. Super excited. I love the Lytra. It's a lot of fun. Can't believe it's taking me this long to get in my single player world. We even got a dragon head. That is sick. We're going to head back now, and I'm going to wrap up this video. I think this was good for an episode. Perfect landing. Sheesh. Nice. Touchdown. We got an elytra. And we got a dragon head. Rawr! Rawr! Dragon head. If only I could breathe purple fire. But yeah, I just want to finish up. It's the same people acting the same way. Like on a keyboard. Constant drama, clicks, arguments over the dumbest things. The dumbest things. It's extremely exhausting. And it's not just like for gaming or hobby groups. It's everywhere. Like I said, Instagram, group chats. Like I have to stop participating in certain group chats and just letting it die. And it's so sad when you like bring a group of people together and they just don't vibe with certain people. And all of a sudden they just don't want to participate anymore. Like just leave the group chat, like, or tell us what the problem is and we can, figure it out. And even not that, dude, it's even this bad in work environments. Like, I'm not going to say too much, but recently I was at this job and there was problems. And I'm not even fully employed by this facility, but for some reason, and I tried my hardest, like I know like people always love to cause problems with me or even just create like drama around me, and I just don't want to be a part of that anymore. And I swear to you, I only spoke to my boss. I only spoke to a few like people in the area that were also really high up, and still like I would only go to work, go to lunch, come back, and then leave, get what I needed done, kept my head down, tried not to speak to to a ton, because usually I'm the type of person that speaks to a ton of people. Like I am not afraid to talk to anybody. I'm not afraid to get to know you. I'm not afraid to learn about you, and people sometimes see that as, oh, that guy's trying too hard, or that guy's trying to get with that person, or they're trying to like flirt with them, or maybe he like hits the other way and they're into them. It's just a sick world we live in. I'm telling you that right now. And even then, like I was super professional, just in and out. And like a week later I get a call like, hey, I heard this rumor and it's getting around. Could we, maybe address it? And I was like, yeah, sure, ask away. Like, what's the problem? And they made up this whole story. And I was like, first of all, you can check the cameras. Like, I was never in this specific area because I know I'm not supposed to be in that area. And I don't have clearance to be in that area. So right then and there, the story falls apart real quick. And it's just it's such a sad world we live in. The fact that people have to say things or do things or hate their work environment or hate life and want to cause problems at their, I was told a famous quote, famous saying, and I still keep this close to my heart till this day, is do not shit where you eat at work. And usually that means like, oh, like don't date your coworkers, or don't like piss off your boss, or don't cause problems where you eat, like don't shit all over the place you eat, but people, I don't know, I guess diarrhea is running rampant in 2025. Maybe COVID caused this. But apparently, like when it comes to the Yu-Gi-Oh groups, it's always been like real dumb and real toxic since the beginning of time, I've heard. So maybe it's just like that in the grown-up world. Maybe, I don't know, high school was pretty bad. But even then, like, I don't remember it being this bad. But I guess that's just the world we live in nowadays. Just people forgetting how to treat others how they want to be treated and be human. Such a sad, sad world. And I did some research, and this is apparently called the online disinhibition effect. Since there's no face-to-face accountability, like these people said that to my face, I'd get in their face and be like, well, what's the problem? Like, what's the issue? Why are you like keep calling me out on everything? Like, why is it always me? Like, you got a problem? Say, like, come on, let's figure it out. What's the issue, man? Like, do you not like me? Is it more than you not liking me? I'm not afraid to get confrontational. I'm not afraid to get in people's faces. I'm not afraid, in a respectful manner. Like, I'm not going to try to start a fight with you, but I am going to try to communicate and try to get down to business and figure things out. Welcome to my podcast room. And yeah, just these people would never like dare say it to my face. But even then, like, I don't even want to come off as violent, or I want to come off as like being a bully. Like, that's the last thing I want to do. And yeah, let me just wrap it up. I'm just gonna not waste my time in these negative areas, in these Facebook groups and these Discord groups. Like, they're not good for me, because I'm a very expressive person. I'm very vocal, and I want to interact with real people that are actually considerate, people that actually have like morals, people that actually want to do better, people that actually want to be supportive. And I'm a very positive person. I don't want no negative Nancy's in my life. Like, negativity can kick the bucket. Like, I don't want any negative anything. Like, I used to deal with depression. I used to be like real negative. I used to be like real sad. And yeah, I'm over that. I've grown up. Like, I found God. I've always been in love with God. I've always been in love with all the good people around me, my friends, my families, my loved ones. Like, I'm always there for them. And I always continue to be that way. And I just don't want any beef. I don't want any issues or problems. Life is too short. It is too short, and the internet is too big. And there's nothing but strangers on there. Nothing but, toxic individuals, a lot of weird people. And that's fine. Like, I totally understand that. I'm more than willing to, what's the word? Like, let bygones be bygones. Like, let them live their life. Like, I'm fully supportive. Like I said, supportive. But the second, like, hey, I'm trying to be positive, or trying to bring light into the world, or just trying to help people, or just trying to help spread people's videos, or even just, get attention, get that algorithm going. People just want to bring me down, just want to put me down. And I understand that, but I'm not going to put myself around that, or I'm not going to be in that environment no more. But this is Mr. Joe Games, Joy Flex, with another Minecraft single player episode. We got the Elytra in today's episode, and yeah, just a little quickie. Thank y'all for tuning in. Smash that like button. Talk to me in the comments if you agree, disagree. I'm more than willing to, hear y'all out, see what y'all have to say. But, I'm burnt out about it. I'm ready to crash out every second. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Mr. Joe Games, Joy Flex, with another episode. Peace.